Hi guys, my name is Rachel and welcome to A Moment with Rachel, a series for us to get to know each other, and today's little subject is, well, it's something that I've lived with throughout my life, and it causes me to make a few minor mistakes with pronunciation and getting my words out. What I'm talking about is dyslexia. So what I want to do is explain what it is, how long I've had it, and how I'm coping with it now. I never really. Well, let's talk about what it is first before I go into a lifelong story. What dyslexia is a learning difficulty. Some say it's a disability, some people say it's a difficulty. I feel it's more of a difficulty than a disability, because you have difficulties with words, reading, pronunciations. See, I make up words, pronunciations. If that's an actual real word, then do comment below. Understanding other things, writing, stuff like that. Really, in my case, let's just say, it's more learning these writing and reading skills in a lot more slower case process. So, for example, I would say, judging by my handwriting, I don't have a good example to show you. My handwriting has improved quite dramatically over the last couple of years since I've been at uni. So I would say previous to university, my handwriting was more like a 6-year-old's handwriting. Now, I'm not dissing any 6-year-olds, I'm just saying. But when I get stressed, it kind of reverts back to that. My handwriting's all over the place. You can't make out what it is, but these days it's a lot more understandable. It's still a bit wavy and all around and everything, but you can tell it's a word. You can tell this is that and that is that. I know how to do cursive, but still is a bit more round and all over the place. So dyslexia also interferes with memory. So basically short-term memory. So if you look back on a couple of my videos, I may tend to forget what I'm saying and I stumble over my words. Reason why I keep that in is to actually show a point that it is an issue that I have to deal with all the time. I don't leave it in there just to be lazy. And also, there's a tendency to go and all the time. It's just trying to evaluate the words to come out. I mean, I know I'm speaking a lot slower right now. It's just that I'm trying to cog out the words right now to make sure they make sense and figure out what I'm gonna say after that without going into a daydream. Also, one of the issues I have personally, I mean, let me clarify this, dyslexia is different to each and every person. Some may have the same sort of dyslexia and have other different little bits, but I'm just gonna explain my case. But the general aspect is reading and writing, understanding, a little bit slower in learning. Dyslexia has nothing to do with intelligence, obviously. You can either be absolutely intelligent with 5 or 6, 7 degrees, or not have 5 or 6, 7 degrees. It's that it varies on so many levels. I mean, you got your Albert Einstein, your that guy who was in charge of Virgin Media, not David Dickinson, no. Whoopi Goldberg, that's her, that's it. I know I get there somewhere. So yeah, again with the memory loss, it's always reverting to short-term memory. I always have the problem of, you know, I try to remember something, but it just goes out. So I have to really go and type into my phone and make sure I have that note in. Appointments, other important dates, you know, stuff like that, because I am not going to remember it. I also always ask if I can have an appointment card to write down the dates, because if in that quick time I'll have to forget, oh, what time was it again? Oh, I can't ask him now, he's busy. Pants! You know, it's that predicament. I mean, I try to focus on that time, but as soon as something else crops up, we're like, what time was it? Was it 1:30? 1 o'clock? 1:45? No. Oh dear. Then I have to like try and construct whatever it was for ages, and then I'm messed up. So I have grasped the general idea of dyslexia. I've not scripted this out. I just want to go like full blast into it, just to give you an inkling of what it actually is. Of course, there are loads of documents out there. Wikipedia kind of scans through it all. You can go into YouTube, type in dyslexia. There are so many stories out there. I watched a video by a boy. What's his name? Begins with A. Aiden, I think. Aiden. A lovely little boy. He's got he writes on these cardboard with his showing off his handwriting, and I said, when I was your age, I used to have handwriting like that, and over the course of the years, it improved. I think that's what I said. I can't remember. He hasn't actually replied to me yet. Yeah. Hello there. Okay. So, when did I first discover that I had dyslexia? That wasn't until college, actually. Of course, I was given extra time during my GCSEs at school, but that really didn't do anything for me, to be honest. No matter how long I take, no matter how quick I take, I'd still get the same result in the end. I used to have real trouble with understanding clock face time. I had to always go and look at digital time. No, I'm good for the clock. I'm pretty good. You can't see the clock here, but there's a clock right there, and I can tell you it's 5 to 12. 5 to 12. If you saw my last vlog, hopefully it would have been my last vlog. Yeah. My neighbour was playing music, and there was a vroom, 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 vroom surrounding me. I couldn't really focus. I was getting too distracted by that sound, so I had to stop the recording, put my earplugs in, and carry on. Thankfully, it didn't affect the recording, so I didn't hear it while I was editing, so it's okay. Being distracted is quite a bit of a challenge to avoid. Daydreaming. Always daydreaming. Procrastinating. That is the biggest strain ever. Anything that's written task, I just can't do it. I mean, I do a few words, boom. Daydream. 20 minutes later, 5 words, boom, daydream. The typical thing to say would be, I felt a bit, stupid because everyone else knew what to do. I didn't. I was there as a couch potato, having no idea what the teacher just told me, even though they just said about 5 or 6 times. Of course, I had extra help, and I got put into what's it called? One of those helper group classes. You get taken away from your regular class and put into another room with other people who have issues with learning, like that. So I went in there, I think most of my time in infant school, I was in a primary school, so most of my time there, I think I did alright. I can't really remember, but I do remember going off into separate groups and doing it right there because I struggled so much. I am dyslexic. I can't cooperate with words on my screen. I have to use a special font to read. If it's small text, then that's fine. If it's like Twitter and stuff like that, that's fine. If it's long periods of text like Wikipedia, I need to change the font so it doesn't mess with my eyes and I can understand it better. But other than that, then yeah, that is me. I'm gonna leave it at that. If you have any questions about dyslexia, please feel free to comment below and I'll be more than happy to answer them, or I could talk about them more in another a moment with Rachel. Yeah, it'd be nice as a question-based series, but if you do, you do. If you don't, that's fine. I don't have to do. But yeah, I'll see you in my next video. I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.